if you're feeling down today, what can help lift you up? What can you do to flip that negativity into positivity? A few days ago, I learned that a friend from school had passed away. He'd been battling cancer for many years. I hadn't stayed in touch other than following his Facebook feeds and all of the photos of his various surgeries on his brain and his head. Quite graphic things where the physical structure of his head was massively deformed. But all of his photos were full of smiles and happiness, and a lot of the comments from people who did stay in touch with him or who knew him in his later years talked about his positivity and his resilience. And it reminded me of Ted Lasso and Jason Sudeikis, who often talked about comedy having truth in pain and often being used to help mask it. So Ted Lasso, if you don't know, is a great series on Apple TV that talks about a whole bunch of different issues and challenges that many of us struggle with. And there's a lot of humour. And I think sometimes that humour contrasts very well with the deeper, darker stuff within that series. And it's not just humour that you can use to help lift you up or to mask things. There's all sorts of different things that you can do to switch negativity into positivity. It could be small joys or small pleasures. And I remember another coach, Kim Whitten, talking about having a list of 100 joys. And I started a spreadsheet to kind of capture those joys for myself. Small joys could be a cup of coffee, could be walking my dog wherever he is, could be reconnecting with an old friend or having a nice meal. It could be listening to a song that lifts you up. I've even got a whole happy playlist to help hack my mood when I'm feeling down. So what could you do today to lift your mood up? If you're not feeling down, you could just perk yourself up a little bit more. What small thing could you do that's within your power, that's within your control, to help you have a more joy-filled day? Something where you can think about the more positive things in your life. Nature, family, friends, people. We often focus on what we don't have rather than what we do have. So what could you do today? What could you do in the next hour? What could you do right now? I'm going to grab my dog and I'm going to have another cup of coffee and I'm going to put on one of my favourite tunes. I hope you can do something that lifts you up.